Hello Crafty Beauties and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Carmen Q Crafts, and today I'm super excited. So before we get into this tutorial today, I'm going to go ahead and update you Crafty Beauties on what's going on. So I finally have gotten into my own craft space and I'm able to craft. So yay for that. For updates on my pen paling, project swap, stuff like that, you can always check or message me on my Instagram. It's at Carmen Q Crafts. And I think that's it for the introduction. Can't talk today. So I posted on my Instagram some handmade flowers. I posted two different sets. I posted the ones like this. I posted these on my Instagram the other day, and Sue-Ann Thomas, hi Sue-Ann, requested that I do a tutorial on these. So I'm going to be showing you how to make these handmade flowers with no sewing necessary. You can either put different centers if you want. You can make them your own, but this is what I'm going to be showing you guys today in this tutorial. And then the other flowers that I posted on my Instagram, and you guys can let me know if you guys want to see a tutorial, are these. And I don't know if you call both of the flowers Vicky flowers or if these are Vicky flowers, but I also made these with no sewing necessary. One, because I can't sew to save my life. So, what you're going to need for this tutorial is a hot glue gun. I have my handy dandy one right here. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some glue sticks, obviously. I have one of those hot glue finger things just because I have acrylics on and I don't want a bunch of glue stuck in my nails. And you guys always ask for a close-up of my nails. Well, not always, but a good few of you guys do. So that's what they look like. Really sparkly. So anyway, I just put this on to protect my finger from getting burnt. And I need to get like a little jar or something that sits on my craft table so that I can do stuff like this, but this is a project I'll be working on soon. So I just dumped some flat back pearls in here. You can do pearl centers or rhinestone centers. The rhinestone centers look like this. They're just flat back rhinestones, but for the sake of time, I already put flat back pearls here. And then you're just gonna need some decorative trim. I got this decorative trim that already has the oh, what do I forget, the sewing done. I forget what they call this. Gathering. I already have the trim that's already pre-gathered. Okay, so I have gray and I have black trim because Halloween's coming up. And I don't know if I'll do any Halloween swaps, but yeah. So for the sake of the video, it looks like we'll be able to see the gray better, the gray trim better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a gray flower, and I don't have any, so that'd be good to add to my flower tray. So I'm gonna cut the plastic off. I don't measure. I just take what I think will give me a reasonably good sized flower, and I go ahead and cut the trim. So you can eyeball it after you've made a few, and this might even make 2 flowers depending on how I'm feeling. So what you do is you take the side, there's going to be this side of it, you see the stitching and the ruffles are really pretty. You want to turn it over so that you can see the stitching in the trim. And you lay it flat like this. Hope I'm in frame, you guys. Okay? You're going to put your hot finger tool on. And all you're going to do is take some glue, and at the end right here, apply your glue and turn it, like roll it. And you're just going to push on it so that the glue sticks. And I'm going to get my background paper off of here now and actually work on my craft mat. Okay, and then I just roll it and I move the ruffles out of the way so that in the middle it's just the stitching. And I can fluff the flower. And then when I get a good ways in and I've kept everything nice and straight, I go ahead and separate it like this. And I add some glue. And then I just roll it, making sure that I keep everything nice and even. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in so that you guys can actually see the motions of what I'm doing. Okay, so you guys see what I'm talking about here? Just how I'm keeping everything nice and even. So then you're just rolling, and then when you feel like you've got enough fabric going, you're just going to take your glue and add it to the middle where the stitching is and keep rolling. And what I do is I just pull the ruffled or gathered part of the trim out so that nothing's flattening it. Let me take this off so maybe you guys can see better. I always burn myself when I'm making these. Okay, and then we're just gonna add some more glue here. Okay. And keep going. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. And the reason you don't have to put hot glue every time you roll it is because it does go through the trim. Okay. Okay, so now you should be able to start to see your flower forming. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom back and I'm gonna go ahead and once you get it to this size, you could even just start to wrap it like this. I don't like to do that because you can't really get the gathered part out of the way, and that's the part that's forming your flower. So before I start gluing again, I just gather everything out the way. I make sure this trim is nice and ready for the glue to be applied, you know, and for it to be able to roll. Okay, now my flower's starting to feel a little full. So it's really important that we make sure we get everything lined up. So now I'll just pull over. I'll lay what I have down flat. I'll put the glue on it and then I'll turn it, leaving the tail end out. I'll come back in. I'll make sure that the pleats of the flower are out the way. I'll glue down the middle where the stitching is or the gathering is. I'll pull down, and with my little hot glue finger tool, I'll move down. Then you continue this until your flower is done. Okay, and you just keep going until you've finished all of the trim that you cut. Now, if you notice you cut your trim too long, go ahead and just cut the excess off, which you don't want. Cut that off and save the trim. Even if it's just a little piece, go ahead and save it because you can add it to the other flowers I created. You don't need a lot for those of trim. Sometimes you can just add pieces to it. Okay, so now I'm getting to the end of my flower here. And I'm just doing the same thing. These do take a little bit of patience to make, but if you can't sew and you want to gift your crafty friends some homemade flowers, this is a good way to go. So at the end, I just take it on the little tail part that I have going, and I go ahead and lay that down, making sure that it's all glued. And there you have your flower. So while the glue is drying, you can kind of look at both sides. So you have this side of your flower and you have this side of the flower. And whichever side you feel is going to make the prettiest flower, you pick that side. I have a little excess, so I'm gonna cut that off. I think this side is gonna make a prettier flower. So what you do is you just grab the side you're not gonna use and you push it forward. Push it forward. It's not gonna lay flat unless you put something on the back of it, but just push it forward. And what you're doing is puffing out this side, because this is the side you're gonna put your pearl in. So then what I do is I find the center, I put a bunch of hot glue on there, I grab some tweezers because my nails are just long, I pick the perfect flat back size for the flower, and I think this one would be okay with the big one because it's a bigger flower. And then I just push down the flat back pearl or rhinestone, whatever you decide to use for your center, and there you have it. Really quick, really easy homemade flowers. These are smaller ones because I was running out of trim and I just didn't know what to do with it, so I made small ones, which is fine. Here's a black one. Here's a coral color. Here's a cream. Here's that really pretty mint green color. And then here's that rosy pink color. So that is my tutorial, you guys, on my handmade flowers. I hope you crafty beauties enjoyed it. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at CarmenQ Crafts. And my Facebook page will be public soon, and whenever that's public, I'll go ahead and make an announcement. But until next time, keep crafting your hearts away. Bye!